Hello, and welcome to a playthrough of the Shogun 2 Total War demo. Shogun 2 has come out as of yesterday, which was March 15th, and I'm just going to do a quick video here to basically celebrate the fact that I can actually make Total War videos again, because I was having computer problems, as some of you may recall. Anyway, this is the historical battle of Sekigahara, which I probably mangled that pronunciation. You play as, basically on the wrong side of history, so to speak. You play as Lord Ishida Mitsunari, who is the opponent of Lord Tokugawa Ieyasu. And Tokugawa Ieyasu technically, or historically, won this battle, but you're going to try to reverse that if you can pull it off. And there's two other, I guess, factions, if you will, in this battle, who are technically your allies at the beginning. But one is basically going to sit there and not help you unless he gets attacked, and the other will betray you. So I played this demo twice before I played this battle, so I had an idea of what I was doing, at least. But I never tried it on the hard difficulty, which is what I'm playing on here. And fortunately, I didn't have to do too much in the way of tactics there, because as you can see, the Tokugawa cavalry basically charged straight into my spearmen, who are your basic sort of conscript peasants known as the Yari Ashigaru. And these guys are not peasants, these are samurai. Enemy samurai, or I believe those were katana samurai who carry the swords, and they were running toward my main line. And here comes some matchlock samurai who actually carry guns. And I don't know a ton about feudal Japan during this era, but I do know that the Japanese used both guns and bows simultaneously on the battlefield. And as you see, I'm actually duking it out with the matchlock samurai by using my poor bow Ashigaru. Oh, and they actually killed a few guys there. But yeah, I think in a stand-up fight, the matchlock samurai would definitely win this, because guns just have more penetrating power, I think, and I don't know about the reloading, but I assume in a standard bow versus gun situation, the guns will probably win here. But I'm not going to let that happen. As you can see, I just charged in my katana cavalry, and they are going to make short work of these matchlock samurai, because even though the matchlock samurai are samurai, they are on foot, and they aren't really well equipped for melee fighting. Whereas my katana cavalry, who are samurai as well, basically are among the toughest units in this game, I think, as far as I can tell. Plus they get those nice charges off. As you can see, they kind of laid waste to that one matchlock samurai unit there. And so yeah, in this game it seems like the heavy cavalry can stand up to the best of the infantry, unless those infantry are carrying spears, as you saw in the beginning. So first of all, here's one of my allies, who is the one who's basically going to refuse to move and help unless he gets attacked by the Tokugawa troops. I was going to say that if you've watched any of the Third Age Total War videos I've posted previously, you can appreciate the big graphical improvement here in Shogun 2 Total War. Which makes sense, because every new Total War game seems to at least get that right, even if they don't necessarily improve the AI or do other things that Total War players would like them to do. Of course, they, I'm sure, recorded lots of nice new combat animations, as you can see here, where my katana samurai routed an enemy unit of katana samurai. But there's a bunch of other Tokugawa infantry closing in, so I'm going to run my cavalry out of there so they can keep up their hit and run attacks and charges, and I'm going to ready my main line for impact. Now, this was a bit unintentional I had some difficulty clicking around during this battle because some of my mouse buttons felt a bit sticky for whatever reason. So I accidentally sent my my general straight into the path of those Yari Ashigaru spearmen, which is pretty dangerous. So I could have easily run him away there. I've been unlucky, and those Yari Ashigaru had, successfully attacked him. But fortunately, I was able to pull him out because I quickly realized that was no good. And you can see nice overhead shot here as the rest of the Tokugawa infantry clash with my main line, which consists mainly of Yari Ashigaru spearmen, but I also have Katana Samurai here on the flanks supporting. The Katana Samurai are much deadlier than the Yari Ashigaru, and they're actually facing off against their Tokugawa Katana Samurai counterparts. So it's going to be pretty even. Okay, and you see there were more Matchlock Samurai, but I used my cavalry to demolish that first unit, and I definitely want to get into melee combat with that second unit as well so they can stop shooting my cavalry. There we go. Yeah, they didn't quite get off a great charge there on the Matchlock Samurai, but it's good enough, and once they get in melee range, they'll easily pretty much cut those guys. Alright, now here's the second ally who has now actually technically betrayed you in this battle, and so this is where the ally turns on you. So the key to this battle is to basically bring your forces together because they're a bit spread out in the beginning. Destroy the first wave of Tokugawa troops, and then you have to destroy that second wave, which consists basically of your former ally. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm not really trying to show you a ton of tactics here because it's a scripted battle, so to be honest, there's not really much you need to do in the way of tactics once you've figured it out. But I'm going to try to get you a lot of nice close-ups because it's at least one definite positive that Shogun 2 Total War seems to have going for it. Which is not to say I'm not trying to bash this game at all, because the early previews and reviews I've seen have actually been pretty positive. So yeah, I may actually attempt to pick up this game if I think I actually have time to play it. Alright, you can see my Yari Ashigaru. Ouch. Okay, well, they just lost their bannerman, who just is lying flat on his face there. But they seem to have routed enemy troops, which is good. I have to say I also really like the atmosphere in this Shogun 2 demo. The music and, of course, the Japanese voicing. Aside from my battle advisor, who seems to enjoy screaming at me about whenever one of my units routes. Alright, so again, here are some enemy Bo Ashigaru who belonged to my former ally, and I'm going to put a stop to them shooting at me by, again, charging my cavalry. So, yeah, my Katana cavalry, I'm sure, got the most kills in this battle because I just had them going all over the place to run down those missile troops. And here comes actually my second, another unit. You actually start out with a good number of Katana cavalry, I think at least maybe 4 or 5. So I've used 2 pretty heavily so far in this battle. But I'm actually going to want to get out of there because here comes some infantry I don't want to tangle with. These are Naginata samurai, and they carry those wicked 2-hand pole arms. So they're actually quite good at fighting both infantry and cavalry, especially cavalry. You really don't want to leave your cavalry in a fight with them. I think compared to the Katana Samurai, they actually have better defense because they have longer reach on their weapons, so I suppose that's how they calculated that. Anyway, I actually saw a nice chance here to change history and kill Lord Tokugawa Ieyasu. So I charged one unit of my katana cavalry into him, and I sent my other unit round to charge him back. And I actually had a third unit, which you may have seen running off there. Yeah, actually you can see in the background. I sent them running off to distract the Naginata samurai, who did actually take the bait and are chasing them, which is really... that really wouldn't work with a human player. Alright, so at the main battle, the main body of troops is actually not going too well. My green bannered ally did actually come into the fight, fortunately, but the enemy infantry has basically overwhelmed most of my infantry line, so they're in trouble. Alright, here's another funny example of me accidentally clicking the wrong buttons for my general. So I told him to stand and fight, which meant he and his bodyguards all got off their horses, and he actually pulled out his little chair to sit there nonchalantly and survey the battlefield and let his bodyguards deal with any peasants who attempt to break his security cordon. But fortunately I quickly realized that's no good, and I told him to put down the horses because I really don't want them to just sit there. Okay, that's pretty painful. That Naginata samurai was going to kill Katana samurai through the neck. Pretty sure my guy's not going to get up. Yeah, and as you can hear, my advisor is yelling again because my units are routing one by one. So it looks pretty bad. I think I just have one unit of Katana samurai still in the fight there, but I brought in my cavalry from all around the battlefield as a last ditch sort of all or nothing charge, and that's actually going to work out okay for me because my charging cavalry will end up surrounding this blob of enemy infantry, and I think they actually still have their general. So yeah, the cavalry are clearly a bit tired from all when I'm running around, but they're still going to plow into this mass of troops. And my general's also there in the background. Now on the other side, which you can't quite see yet, I did have a unit of Faux Ashigaru still in the fight. They were standing up on the hill shooting down, but now actually just sent them running into melee. Which probably isn't the best thing, because they're not really good in hand-to-hand combat, but they, I guess, do have the hill advantage because they are standing further up the hill. They were able to charge down. Yeah, you'll notice a lot of the bodyguard units have those interesting sort of balloon-looking objects on the back. I'm really not sure what those are meant for. I don't know what the historical significance is. I'm sure there is one, but you'll have to ask someone else for that one. There go. I got lucky and a blob of enemy troops routed. I actually didn't realize it. I didn't actually know which way that battle would go. I thought perhaps the enemy troops would just rout my cavalry, but I lucked out. Alright, well here's one last detail on Shogun 2 Total War, which I don't think has been in previous games. Yeah, there's a lot of wounded troops rolling around on the ground in pain and shortly expiring in front of you, which is kind of neat, also definitely a bit well, it makes you feel for your troops, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I know I haven't put up videos in a long time. Again, that's because of my computer issues. But yeah, I just wanted to celebrate a return in style. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.